Okay, today we are going to talk about merits for the British. So the British company maintained a large army at the expense of the Indian rulers. So the English East India Company. So the English East India Company maintained its forces. So maintained their forces under the leadership of the princely states. Yeah, under the leadership of the princely states. Why? Because under the leadership of the princely states means princely states were provided salary for the forces, so salary for the soldiers, food for the soldiers, yeah, so many things. So the English East India Company maintained their forces under the leadership of the princely government of India. All Frenchmen in the service of native rulers were dismissed, and the danger of the French revival was completely eliminated. So all the Frenchmen who were on duty to the princely kings were expelled. Yeah, all the Frenchmen. Okay, all the not English, they are French. So all the Frenchmen, so that Frenchmen who were on duty, so who were working for the princely kings, so who were working with princely kings. Yeah, they were expelled. Expelled means eliminated. They were eliminated. So all the Frenchmen who were on duty to the princely kings were expelled. The danger of the Frenchmen remaining in India has completely disappeared. So the danger of the Frenchmen remaining in India has completely disappeared. Third one is the British company began to control the foreign policy of the princely states. So English East India Company controlled the for foreign policy. So after that, English East India Company controlled the foreign policy of the princely states. Wellesley diplomacy made the British the paramount power in India. He transformed the British Empire in India into the British Empire of India. So this diplomatic initiative of Lord Wellesley made the British shake in India. What diplomatic initiative? So the English East India Company controlled the foreign policy. Yeah, that is a diplomatic move of Lord Wellesley Prabhu. Yeah, so that is a diplomatic initiative of Lord Wellesley. So that diplomatic initiative made the British shake in India. Yeah, so British shake in India. Yeah. After that, Lord Wellesley changed the name of the English Empire in India to English Empire of India. After this, after British eliminated, Lord Wellesley changed the name of the English Empire in India. So into the English Empire of India. Yeah, there is a difference between English Empire in India and English Empire of India. Yeah. So in the initial state, yeah, in the starting stage, English Empire in India. Yeah, so many have come to English Empire in India. After that, English Empire of India. Defect of the princely states. The subsidiary alliances made the Indian rulers weak, oppressive, and irresponsible. Protected by the British arms, they neglected their duty towards their subjects and even exploited them. So, okay, defects of the princely states. The paramilitary plan made the Indian princely states weak and irresponsible. Yeah, the paramilitary plan. What is the paramilitary plan? Paramilitary plan means subsidiary alliances. So, yeah, subsidiary alliances. So, paramilitary plan also called subsidiary alliances. Okay. So, the subsidiary alliances made the Indian princely states. So, Indian princely kings weak and irresponsible. How they were irresponsible? So that the kings protected by the British company. Yeah, the kings are, so the all the princely kings protected by the British company forgot the idea of protecting their citizen and exploited them. Yeah, because all the princely states kings protected by the British only. So the princely state kings forgot the idea of protecting their citizens and exploit them. Doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse. Lord Dalhousie was one of the chief architects of the British Empire in India. He was an imperialist. He adopted a new policy known as Doctrine of Lapse to extend the British Empire. He made use of this precedent and declared in 1848 that if the native rulers adopted children without the prior permission of the company, only the personal properties of the rulers would go to the adopted sons and the kingdoms would go to the British permanent power. This principle was called Doctrine of Lapse. It was bitterly opposed by the Indians and it was one of the root cause for the Great Revolt of 1857. So, Doctrine of Lapse. Yeah, Doctrine of Lapse. So, Dalhousie Lord was the chief architect of the British rule in India. Yeah, so Lord Dalhousie was one of the important person of the British Empire in India. Yeah, British rule in India. He came up with a one plan. Yeah, Dalhousie came up with a one plan. That plan name called Doctrine of Lapse. So Doctrine of Lapse and expand the English Empire. So he came up with a plan that was called Doctrine of Lapse and also expand the English Empire. So the principle was that, yeah, what is the principle? So what is the principle of the Doctrine of Lapse? So when the Indian kings, okay, look it clear, when the Indian kings adopted the children without the permission of the British, the property of the kings, so the properties, all the properties of the kings should be given to the adopted child, and kingdoms, all the places of the, yeah, all the kingdoms of the kings should be given to the British. So this policy was, this is a policy in the Doctrine of Lapse. So what is the principle? So the principle in the Doctrine of Lapse is, so the Indian kings going to adopt Indian kings was going to adopt one children means without the permission of the British. If suppose Indian kings adopted the children without the permission of the British, all the properties of the kings, properties and money of the kings should be given to the adopted child. All the kingdoms, all the places of the kings should be given to the British. But this policy was, this principle was, this principle was bitterly opposed by the so many Indians, and this is one of the biggest reason for Great Revolt. So this policy was main reason for the Great Revolution of 1867. Factors for the success of the British. Yeah, these are the factors for the success of the British. One is greater naval power. One is greater naval power. Naval power means sea strength. Yeah, tremendous sea strength. And development of textile industry. Yeah, development of textile industry, one of the main reason for the success of the British. Third one is scientific division of labor. Yeah, scientifically segregated workers. Yeah, they are scientifically segregated the labors. Fourth one is economic development under the British, skillful diplomacy of the British. Yeah, economic development is a very important, and also the British clever trick. Clever trick means diplomatic thinking. After that, feelings of insecurity among the Indian mentions. Yeah, feelings of the insecurity. Yeah, feelings of the insecurity among the all the Indian mentions. The inequality and ignorance of the Indian kings. Yeah, this is the main reason. So then only the British standard in India. Yeah, because the inequality of ignorance of the Indian kings. So Indian kings were not considered as an equality. All men were equality, equal. Conclusion: the Battle of Plassey was the foundation of British domination in India. The company's administration was not for the interest of people. It was imperialistic, expansionist, and exploitative. It brought more Indian terrorists and the British domain through subsidiary alliance of Doctrine lapse. This policy led to a South Indian Rebellion 18 to 1, Vellore Rebellion 1806, and the Great Rebellion 1857. So the Plassey War. The Plassey War was the foundation of British rule in India, one of the important war for British. So the Plassey War was the foundation of British rule in India. The management of the English East India Company did not necessarily pay any attention to the welfare of the people. Yeah, the management of the English East India Company, all the the management of the English East India Company did not necessarily pay attention. They did not pay any attention to the welfare of the people. Yeah, it has a policy of expansion and expand. Yeah, the English East India Company have only the policies that expansion and exploitation only. Did not necessarily pay attention to the welfare of the people. So this company brought many places of India under the British rule through the this company brought many places, many kingdom. This company, which company? English East India Company brought many kingdom, many places of India under the British rule. So through subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. After that, this policy led to South Indian Rebellion 800 to 18 to 01 and the Vellore Rebellion 1806 and the Great Rebellion 1857. Yeah, that's it. This is a yeah we have seen so far from trade to territory. Yeah, so introduction, we have seen that Battle of Plassey. Yeah, Battle of Plassey was this Plassey War was the foundation of British rule in India. And the Black Hole tragedy is a very important one. Battle of Buxar, Carnatic Wars, Anglo Marathas Wars, Anglo Mysore War. Yeah, so many TT. Yeah, okay, then that is the conclusion.